Good Saturday afternoon, and thanks for trusting MTN. The forced budget cuts have become a reality, and organizations across the country are preparing for its effect. Montana State University stands to lose research dollars now that sequestration is taking effect. MSU spokeswoman Tracy Elig says most of the cuts will be a long-term issue affecting the university. Elig says the 40% of the university's annual budget is funded by the federal government, but the basic classroom education is funded by state dollars and tuition and should not be affected. While the loss in federal money will be a factor for research, Elig says it's just the next step in a decades-long trend.
It is becoming more and more competitive out there to win those research dollars, and fortunately our faculty still are very, very good at winning those dollars.
On a more local level, Great Falls Public Schools are also looking at hundreds of thousands of dollars cut from their budget due to sequestration. GFPS Superintendent Cheryl Crawley says the district receives roughly $13 million in federal funding a year. With forced budget cuts now a reality, Dr. Crawley says the loss could be $700,000, the equivalent of 14 teaching jobs. She says some of these cuts wouldn't take effect first and feels some time to plan and prepare. But the potential cut to impact aid is much more important.
For school support payments, so they pay us directly in lieu of taxation, and that money is going to be impacted also, and that money, unlike the other money, it's going to be impacted this year.
Crawley says a priority will be to keep the teachers in the classrooms for as long as possible. She says money currently used for staff development or instructional materials could be used to fund salaries if necessary. Temperatures continue to climb on the thermometers, but Claire says we shouldn't get too used to it. What kind of changes are heading our way?
Well, Jen, we are cooler. Even some snow showers in our future, but let's talk about right now. Here's a look at our current temperatures. Almost 60 degrees right now in Great Falls. It's pretty warm all over right now. 54 degrees in Helena, and now we have seen those winds continue throughout the day, making it feel a bit chilly. 15-mile-an-hour winds right now in Helena, 16 in Great Falls, 26 up in Cupping. Those will continue as well. But Jen, as we look more at the forecast, I'll let you know what more changes we can expect in the forecast. Back to you, Jen.
All right, thanks, Claire. It was a perfect day for families to celebrate what would have been the 109th birthday of the famed children's author, Dr. Seuss. This is the 4th year that the Helena Toy Store has hosted a birthday party in honor of the author, who introduced us to the classic titles like The Lorax, Cat in the Hat, and Green Egg and Ham. The event, sponsored by the Sylvan Learning Center of Helena, helps promote the author's work while encouraging kids and families to pick up a book.
Literacy is incredibly important, especially in the digital age. To read, to learn to things like that.
They really encourage listening to stories and reading the stories, even for the younger kids who may not know how to read.
Sylvan Learning Center organizes this event and others in the community in conjunction with Read Across America. Nearly 4 months after auditioning and being accepted, area youth are busy putting on the final touches for tomorrow's performance. Today was the last time for youth talent to take the stage before the annual Cascade of Talent show. Students put on their dancing shoes and ironed out the last of the kinks before they take the stage. This is the 8th year for the show, but this year organizers are doing something a little different.
This has been going on all year for a lot of these kids, and this is a big night for them, and we hope that everybody comes to support the kids, their talent. You'll be amazed by the middle school show and the high school show.
The junior show hosts middle and elementary school students and will start tomorrow at 2. High schoolers will take the stage starting at 7 p.m., all at the Mansfield Theater for each show 35 kids in 20 acts. An area community together for fitness and philanthropy, with a buffet of classes offered for a cash and food donation. The Dancing Lotus brought in teachers from all over Helena and Montana City to offer classes throughout the day. All donations will go to the Helena Food Share, helping feed those in need across the community. Organizers say they wanted to give yogis a chance to sample various teachers and styles while benefiting the hungry.
I'm always a big supporter of Food Share, and I think a lot of small fundraising happens for Food Share just because we know it's a need. We called it Yoga Feast, so it was, again, like Joanna said and Vicki, to introduce Helena to the quality teachers that are here.
The various teachers encourage all the different types of yoga and movement that can be modified for anyone. Today was about drawing them in and doing something good for yourself and the community. The Montana Governor's Prayer Breakfast is in its 53rd year, and today many of those in the state government gathered at the Carroll College to bow their heads for our leaders. MTN's Lindsay Gordon has more.
At the annual Governor's Prayer Breakfast, there was a lot of, praying. They took the time to pray for each level of government leadership, national, state, and local.
And I just thought if we're going to gather and call ourselves a prayer breakfast, that we should pray for our leaders. They carry a mantle of leadership, a lot of pressure, a lot of burdens on behalf of our state, nation, and local communities. And I think it's very appropriate if we're going to meet under the auspices of calling it a prayer breakfast, that we actually pray for them.
The key speaker, Dave Barton, spoke about the historical presence and value of prayer in schools and government, saying that this is what our forefathers intended.
We can bring that back in. I know there's separation of church and state, but we started out not having that separation, so I hope we can incorporate a little more.
Just a few days earlier, event organizers learned that Governor Bullock would not be attending, according to Mendenhall.
Things happen, you know, he's a busy guy, has a busy schedule, but that's okay. This event doesn't rest on anyone's attendance. It's the group effort that matters.
The governor did send a letter citing prior family commitments. Dear friends, I regret that I am unable to be with you today. As Lisa and I raise our 3 young kids, prayer plays an important role in our daily lives. And with my new job and the challenges that come with it, the quiet times of introspection provide not only comfort but focus. The governor's office noted that they and the state of Montana do not endorse the agenda nor the speakers of the Montana Governor's Prayer Breakfast. In Helena, Lindsay Gordon, MTN News.
Next year's prayer breakfast will be hosted in Great Falls. Poker enthusiasts got a chance to put their skills to the test in a friendly competition for a good cause. Today is the 9th annual Texas Hold'em Casino Night, featuring 6 different poker tables and a $120 buy-in. The Poker Challenge benefits the Great Falls Exchange Club and the Heisey Youth Center. They plan to split the proceeds. Great Falls Exchange Club president tells us about some of the different programs that they will benefit after the funds raised at this tournament.
We award Law Enforcement Officer of the Year, Firefighter of the Year, and we also do the Freedom Shrines that you see hanging in the schools and at the airport, so that this tournament essentially funds all of that.
Youth Center staff say they plan to use the money for their spring tutoring program, which focuses on enrichment learning and homework assistance. So a lot of indoor activities today, even though it was nice out there. We saw some of those temperatures, almost 60 degrees in some areas.
We beat 60 degrees here at Great Falls today, and I know that we like the snow and people like that, so it's coming. So if you like,
best of both worlds.
Exactly. But tonight temperatures are going to stay fairly mild with the nice day we had today. Here's a look at our lows for tonight. Temperatures not reaching freezing, only in Glasgow around 32 degrees, but low tonight in Great Falls 36, 40 in Fort Bend, and 33 degrees in Helena. Coming up, we'll have a complete look at your forecast.
Reporting you can trust with Jen Fenter. Storm Tracker weather with Claire Anderson and Beth Beachy with sports. This is the 5:30 news on KRTV. Fair, accurate, to the point.
Better dental health begins with time.